Now it's time to sand, especially the corners. It's real important to get those because sometimes they're a little rough right in the corner. So this is where I usually both sides. I go in with the sponge and use it just to smooth out the areas that you hit with the router. Corners especially, I go with the sponge. This sponge also works, but it's a little finer. Just do a lot of hand sanding. That's what we do here. Everything's nice and smooth. Now that everything's been sanded smooth, it's time to coat. We use a polyurethane. It's a water base, and we use 3 to 4 coats. One coat, let it dry for at least 24 hours, and then do a hand sanding. That's where this fine sanding black works out real well. After the first coat, the surface feels real rough, and you just want to smooth it down, make it nice and smooth, and then put your second coat on and your third coat. And maybe a fourth, depending on it, how you feel. We do 3 to 4 coats. Now we're going to put on the hanger bolts. We have a little tool that helps us do that. It's made out of a coupling nut with a brass screw, and they come with the LR3 kit. So I just put that in the drill. Remember, the single one is the longer one. It's 2 inches long. Screw it into that, into the hole, and I screw it in until it comes to the top of the thread. This is the side that's going to have the black check nut. The other side gets the shorter of the two. This is a 2.5 inch, 2 3/4 inch hanger bolt. You can see I've drilled it in just to where the 2 different kinds of threads meet. That's right on the edge. This side gets those nylon lock nuts. This side gets the black check nut. I'm going to put these nylock nuts on. You can just put them on with a wrench. Screw them down until there's about 1/4 to 1/2 inch of the hanger bolt sticking out. Once you get set up, you can always make adjustments on this so they'll fit a little bit better in the metal frame. That's about it. This side, the check nut. This side, the 2 of them, the nylon nut. With the frame finished with the 3 to 4 coats of polyurethane, hanger bolts are in, nylon lock nuts are on, the longer hanger bolt on this side with the check nut is in. You can hand screw in the screw eyes and then tighten them down individually. You use a little stick, or we use like an Allen head wrench just to get a little more grip on them and just crank them all the way in. Then the cover has to be put on the frame. Painted the back of the cover blue. This has 3 or 4 coats of clear on it. It goes on the top. Sort of center it. And then with these screws, the panel cover screws, screw it in. What I usually do is do a corner and then do another corner, and that sort of locks the panel in so it doesn't slide around, and then do all the rest of them, and that's it. This has to be, the string has to be woven in, but then it's a complete panel, the complete string panel, all done.